Hey guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to the series of the 48 Days to Power. Today we're on day 26, which means we're on law 26. Keep your hands clean. What we're going to be talking about in this series is real life application. We're going to go through self-improvement, friends, and work. End it out with a couple of facts, and hopefully you enjoy it. Enjoy. Keep your hands clean. What does it mean? Always keep your reputation spotless. Let others do the dirty work for you, so blame and bad feelings don't stick on you. Obviously, I have my notes here, but we're going to talk about real life too. Self-improvement. Number one, guard your reputation. What people think matters, don't act impulsively. In this world today, we make impulse purchases. We are in instant gratification mindset always, which isn't healthy. What you want to make sure is that when you are in this mindset that nobody finds out, because they'll use it against you, obviously. When your reputation is on the line, it's about how you carry yourself, it's about how you look, and how you step up for others. So guard it. You can guard it by watching who you hang out with, watching with what you say, speaking slow, quick to listen, and always carry yourself with good character. Never be shy, never be closed off. Carry yourself confidently. Number two, avoid unnecessary drama. Don't insert yourself in messy situations. If it doesn't pertain to you, it doesn't belong to you. Don't be nosy. Number three, handle mistakes privately. Fix errors quietly to avoid public embarrassment. If you have an issue with somebody, pull them aside and tell them how it is. Straightforward, to the point, being blunt. Because you want to avoid it being publicly displayed, because people have their own personal problems going on. And people can take things out of proportion. So when you're honest and blunt with the person about the problem, pulling them away privately, you can get way more ahead than other people as far as your reputation goes. Now we're going to be talking about work. That was self-improvement. For work, number one is delegate tricky tasks. Let others handle controversial actions. When there's tricky situations, don't think for yourself. Allow others to help you figure it out. That's what this law is talking about. You want to go up to your supervisor. You want to go up to the person that's in hand with you. You want to go up to coworkers and ask for help. Asking for help isn't bad, especially when it comes to guarding your reputation. Because let me give you point A for an example. You come in, you're doing an oil change, the car is leaking, and it comes back pink. Fingers are going to be pointed on you, and you don't want that. Well, situation B is you're doing an oil change and you ask for a couple tips from your manager and the mistake happens. Now, if that manager or that supervisor gave you advice, you can easily blame it on them, blah, 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 etc., etc. Again, when it comes to the 48 laws of power, I do want to give a fair warning that this law does involve manipulation, varying on what you're using them for. So I do want to clarify that. Number two, avoid in-office politics. Stay neutral and professional. When it comes to politics at work, separate yourself from that. Again, your reputation matters everything. Like, people have dislikes about Trump, some people might have dislikes about Biden, and for this example, since it's past us already, if you have an opinion about Biden, you might enjoy Biden, then other people that don't like Biden in that environment might start critiquing you, might start judging you, might start resenting you, pushing you away, or maybe you might lose a job due to it. That's why you want to make sure that whatever you're speaking and whatever you're listening to is guarded. I would much rather have you listen to conversations than speaking first. So keep that in mind. Number three, building allies carefully. Align with trusted coworkers, not gossipy ones. You always want to be working with somebody that has integrity and willing to teach you. You don't want to be working with somebody that is going to let you do you and then talk smack behind your back. Because at that point, when your reputation, we're going to use work as an example, like in this one, the reputation that gets hurt during work can set you apart from getting a raise. It can even set you apart from staying at that job. So it's always good to be cautious to what you are doing. And who are you hanging out with? Clarifying that. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about friendships. Stay out of personal disputes. Don't take sides in friend conflicts. When your friends are having a discussion, let's say it's talking about one person doing bad than the other, and these two friends that you're watching right now are saying, oh, Justin did bad. and the other person says, oh, Juan did bad. If you start taking sides, you start hurting the friendship that is on the opposite end. Sorry, I'm stuttering, caffeine. And you'll ruin that friendship. Or if you take Justin's end, you start ruining Juan's friendship, for an example. That's why you always want to be careful when it comes to taking sides, and you always want to be paying attention on the people that you care for, honestly. And just take your own side. Try to be as honest as you can with yourself, not through other people. Number 2, let actions speak. Don't explain or defend too much. Maintain dignity. Dignity is your own self. It's your honest self. That's what dignity is. Dignity is also like what identifies you. Not what identifies Josh, not what identifies Justin. It's what identifies you. So that's why your dignity is super important, because you're going to be very different than many, many people. So that's why you want to let your actions speak versus letting your mouth run. A lot of people don't like when you run your mouth, because obviously it provokes fights and it provokes conflicts. But when you let your actions speak, for an example, if I tell my coworker, listen, I'll stop making mistakes and I'll start speaking through my actions and start performing better. When you start performing better, the coworker is going to see that as, this guy has balls. He's really is confident with his work. Versus just talking, making the same mistakes, they're going to say, oh, this guy's a wuss, this guy's a coward. So that's why your reputation matters a lot. And that's why you need to let your actions speak for themselves. Number 3, protect your image. Avoid situations that could damage trust or respect. If somebody tells you something in private, specifically coworkers or friends of long matters, you want to guard that. You don't want to spread that because they spoke to you with that trust. And with respect, they wanted to share that with you. So it's always good to take advantage of those situations where your coworkers are open and vulnerable, and really try to flourish those relationships so that you can get ahead than most people. Because nothing is better than having a crowd of people on your side versus having a crowd of people on the opposition. Because again, you lose your job, you lose friends, you lose opportunities, you lose relationships. That's just super important to protect your image, and trust and respect will be given to you. To close this, and then I'll end it with a couple of points, is think long term. Your reputation will open and close doors. It opens opportunities and closes opportunities, obviously. That's why you want to watch with what you say, but be quick to what you have to listen to, obviously. Be quick to listen. Pay attention to what they have to say. Sometimes it's not even in a judgmental way. Sometimes it's in an honest, progressive way to get you to hustle or to become a lot better in your tasks. Number 2, don't let emotions pull you into dirty work. Stay calm and strategic. The best way to stay calm in hard situations, specifically me, I'll give you a situation. I was doing an oil change. I forgot to tighten the oil filter housing on top. And I remained calm. I took deep breaths. When that situation happened and oil was everywhere, and I said, okay, I gotta focus. So after a minute of just deep breathing, I focused. I did whatever I had to do, pulled the car out, the car was good. If I had overreacted, not only would it affect my coworkers, but my own self-identity too, and my image towards others. When you're working with honesty and you're working with integrity, even through your small mistakes, people are gonna see those small mistakes were genuine and that you meant them, and they're gonna care about it. But the point of this point is, don't let your emotions take control of you, because when they do, other people can take advantage of it. So it's always good to take a deep breath, take a moment, think about what you did, and fix it. Number 3, always act like someone is watching, because someone usually is. And I'll close it with this. Someone is always watching. I can say this as God, because He truly is, within the good of your life and the ugly of your life. And when you're treating somebody disrespectfully, you are becoming a servant of God, and God's going to be disappointed at you because of the fact that you disappointed Him when you disrespected somebody. Always know that God is watching. Believe it or not, Christians or non-Christians, God is watching everything that you do. That's why doors open. That's why doors close. That's why friendships come in, friendships come out, relationships enter, and relationships leave. Always be accountable for everything that you do. Perfection isn't the goal here, but consistency is. And stay motivated, you know. In this law, when it talks about keeping your hands clean, it's about paying attention to what you're talking about and paying attention to what you're surrounding yourself with. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have people that you trust in and you have relationships that aren't being fulfilling, you're the person to blame because of the fact that you kept those people around and you knew better. You should have listened to those people. You should have watched their actions, and you should have focused slowly and patiently. That's going to be it for today's video, and that was Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Let me know below what you guys think about this law. That's going to be it for today's video, and you guys already know, I love you guys, and God loves you too. Peace out.